This video starts from chapter 19 of the Joshua. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, or Sheba and Mulada, and Hajashur, and Bala, and Ajem, and Eltolad, and Bethel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Beth Markaboth, and Raja Susa, and Beth Lebaoth, and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages, Ain, Rammon, and Eder, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that are round about these cities to Baalabia, Ramath of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon. For the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore, the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sharid. And their border went up toward the sea and Maralah, and reached to Debashes, and reached to the river that is before Joknim, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sunrise unto the border of Chisloth Tabor, and then goes out to Deborahs, and goes up to Japhia, and from thence passes on along on the east to Gittaheper, to Ittakarjin, and goes out to Rammon Methoa to Nea, and the border compasses it on the north side to Hanaton, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Jiptael, and Qatar, and Nahalal, and Shimron, and Idallah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun according to their families, the cities with their villages. And the first lot came out to Issachar for the children of Issachar according to their families. And their border was toward Jezreel, and Chesalos, and Shunem, and Hapraim, and Shihon, and Anaharas, and Rabis, and Kishin, and Abed, and Rimes, and Enganim, and Enhada, and Beth Pajes, and the coast reached to Tabor, and Shahajima, and Beth Shemesh, and the outgoings of their border were at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families. And their border was Helkas, and Harli, and Beten, and Akshap, and Alamelech, and Amad, and Mishil, and reaches to Carmel westward, and to Shihor Libnas, and turns toward the sunrise into Beth Dagon, and reaches to Jebulun, and to the valley of Jiprasel toward the north side of Bethsemek and Neiel, and goes out to Kebel on the left hand, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hemmon, and Cana, even unto Great Zidon. And then the coast turns to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turns to Hosa, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Ashijab. Also an APEC and Rehope 2022 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Espero according to their families. These cities with their villages, the 6th lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali according to their families. And their coast was from Helep, from Elon to Jananim and Adami, Nekeb and Jebnin, unto Lakum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. And then the coast turns to westward to Ajnos Tabor, and goes south from thence to Hukkok, and reaches to Jebulun on the south side, and reaches to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sunrise. And the fenced cities are Jidim, Jer, and Hamas, Rakat, and Shineres, and Adama, and Rama, and Hajar, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and Hajar, and Arion, and Migdal El, Horem, and Beth Anas, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the 7th lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. And the coast of their inheritance was Jorah, and Eshtaol, and Ishimes, and Shalabin, and Ajalon, and Jesla, and Elon, and Timnatha, and Ekron, and Elteke, and Gibeton, and Balas, and Jeshua, and Benebreg, and Gasrimmon, and Mejarkon, and Rakkon, with the border before Jeppo. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Lashem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Reshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, the cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua, the son of Nun, among them. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah in Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritance which Elijah the priest and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribe of the children of Israel, divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord, at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. Chapter 20. The Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out for you cities of refuge, whereof I spake unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that kills any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. And many that does flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city, and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city. They shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place, and that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not leave the slayer to his end, because he smote his neighbor unwittingly, and hated him not before time. And he shall dwell in the city until he stand before the congregation for judgment, and until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days. Then shall the slayer return and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, and to the city from whence he fled. And they appointed Kadesh in Galilee, Mount Naphtali, and Shechem, Mount Ephraim, and Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, in the mount of Judah. And on the other side of Jordan, by Jericho eastward, they assigned Bezer in the wilderness upon the plain out of the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead out of the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan out of the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourns among them, that whosoever kills any person unawares might flee thither and not die by the hand of the avenger of the blood, until he stood before the congregation. Thank you for listening. Good night.